So I presented the HD21 study. It's a large international trial in advanced stage classical Hodgkin lymphoma. And we tested our standard of care, which is escalated BIACOP. It's a very intensive regimen that we use now for more than 25 years. It comes along with high tumor control rates, an excellent progression-free survival on the one hand, but on the other hand, it's quite a burden for both treatment, for both the patients and also the healthcare system. So it's a challenging regimen with very good results, but toxic. And therefore it has not been used from a global perspective in patients with lower risk disease or with in healthcare situations where it wouldn't be safe enough. And therefore we wanted to detoxify the regimen with the use of brentuximab vedotin. Brentuximab vedotin is an antibody-drug conjugate targeting CD30. And therefore it is of use in Hodgkin lymphoma. Hodgkin lymphoma cells always express CD30 as a target. And we used brentuximab vedotin to modify the BIACOP regimen. And now it's a more convenient 3 days regimen, which is recycled every 3 weeks. We used our PET-guided approach in that study. So patients with a good response after 2 cycles would receive only 4 cycles altogether. Patients with PET-positive disease after 2 cycles would receive 6 cycles. In that trial, 2/3 of the patients received 4 cycles and 1/3 6 cycles. It was a head-to-head comparison, and we found that BRICAT is much better tolerated than BIACOP. This is true for heme toxicity and organ toxicity, and we see it especially for the patients with much lower rates of neuropathy, much lower rates of transfusions, and maintenance of gonadal function, both in females and in male patients. Very much to our surprise, we also found that the novel regimen is not only better tolerated, but also more active than the BIACOP regimen. The study HD21 was not powered and designed to show superiority, but to show non-inferiority. Again, as I said before, very much to our surprise, we found superiority with a 4-year PFS of 94.3% for BRICAT. For those patients treated with 4 cycles only, so the lower risk patients, we achieve a PFS of 97% after 4 years. That's why we conclude overall that the risk to benefit ratio of this novel regimen is unprecedentedly good, and we recommend it thus as standard of care treatment option for adult patients with advanced stage classic Hodgkin lymphoma.